Alrighty, and hello. So, doing another one of these videos. Hope I can actually pick up my sound. I'm pretty sure I can. So I'm doing another one of these videos. This is one of the videos in the TNU Talks series. Basically, you can probably see from what's on my screen. The goal of today's video, I wanted to explain more about the DFS Lavie, the current, most recent chapter in the TNU Core Storyline. And I wanted to also give kind of a general concept of what that is, basically give an idea of what's going on in it, and kind of explain how the role-playing that it does works. Because I think even people in the organization that we are, that our game's affiliated with, Bravo Fleet Task Force 99, I don't even think they actually understand how this works. Okay, so first off, anyone who knows anything about the TNU Core Storyline, it occurs in the late 46th century, and basically follows around an alternate version of the Federation government, that basically, because things are so far into the future, there have been a lot of changes. Most of the Federation now is just a bunch of Terrans. It's pretty war-torn. There's a lot of corruption, and it's generally kind of a combination of different ideas. So one main thing that people will look at this and go, hey, what's going on, is that a lot of the ship designs that they use in this story, are related to Star Trek ship designs, and then occasionally sometimes people will see other ship designs pop out of nowhere and be like, hey, how does that, you're 2,000-3,000 years in the future. They kind of build whatever they want, and if it looks cool, flies nice, actually works from a physics perspective, doesn't get everyone killed, they'll build it. So the other thing with that is, because of their, hey, if you build it, they will come, and if we can actually get it to work, we'll build it kind of mentality, they have replaced most of their fighter wings with mechs, which are under the management of the agency called the Armor Mechanized Corps, AMC. Basically, that is the Delta Force, which is the Special Operations Unit of basically the Federation. So how these break down, and I've explained this in a video where I kind of explained how the core military works, the military and the core stories works, is basically you've got the Federation Fleet Service, which is Starfleet. They handle exploration, basic calls for assistance, that sort of thing. Delta Force and its underlying agencies, AMC, the Alchemy Commission, so on and so forth, now Trinity, they respond to things that are more of urgent nature, urgent requests for assistance, tactical incursions, intelligence things of high diplomatic value, and do missions directly for the Federation President. So, with that said, primarily this ship is pretty much doing all sorts of things that involve, high priority missions, a lot of tactical stuff. But enough about the kind of theory behind all this. So the other things about this game is that because it's in the TNU Core universe, people would look at this and call some of what goes on in magic. No, not really. So, if you look in one of the posts, you'll see Ariana Minami use one of the blue gems, which if you actually look through the TNU Wiki, you'll find that there is a page on the gems. So, basically, what these things are is pretty much think of them as they store physical energy of a particular property. And then these gems, through special training and manifestation, can then emit said energy. So it's a physics process. The whole energy cannot be created or destroyed. Energy transfers into these things, and then the energy that is within these can be then put back out as whatever the heck. So in the case of the blue gems, they take water-related energy, convert it into what's in the gem, and then release it. So basically they create water. Now also, because of the nature of the fact that these are just transferring energy, and most life forms are mainly made out of water, these have slight healing properties. So you'll also see people getting healed. Somebody might go, oh, that's magic. No, it's a physics concept. The whole transference of energy stuff. Plus, this is on the other end of the galaxy that they found this. A research team, as said in here. It's kind of complicated. Some of these things, gems-wise, go into really weird stuff. But I'm going to stop talking about gem theory, because I could pretty much write an entire video just on the gems. So, yeah, basically Lavie is a combination of, all this stuff, because they've got, on the ship, they've got a mech pilot, multiple mech pilots actually, because Yuka Layton is also a mech pilot. You've got an android who also supports the mech division, wonderful chief engineer. You've got Kieran, who uses gems. But he also traveled through time, from actually another... basically, he came from an alternate Earth. Again, referring back into my previous videos of, the multi-worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics. Time travel is a bitch. This is why you don't want to travel through time. Because you could end up going into an alternate reality that technically doesn't exist, even though you've only gone back in time, but because events changed, yeah, the time travel. There was a quote that was said in one of the Star Trek stories that I'm trying to remember, where they basically said that time travel is horrible. You don't want to deal with time travel, because it is just bad. No, time travel, no. So... And you've got Tyrone, who is also from another time. He's actually from close to where Yuka's from. So, basically Yuka is from pretty much modern-day Earth. And she was sent into the future. I might have to edit that out. So basically, I'm just kind of going to go over the story of this now and kind of how this actually goes. So I actually created a good thread for this. Just kind of just goes over the story from Yuka's perspective. She just, honestly, this is probably something you'd want to read if you want to actually know what's going on in the story, because she just kind of explains everything that's happened, from when she got into the future to getting on board the Lavie to all the Lavie's missions. Obviously it's a summary, so she doesn't go into every single little detail. But, yeah. Now, the other thing about this is people will come on here and see, oh, it's just a forum. This game is a hybrid. we are currently in the process of testing out and setting up and getting working, quite successfully actually, a weekly chat-based Roll20, where basically we get players in, they do a chat, and then we post the chat logs. One of our GMs actually during some of the missions has managed to successfully use dice rolls to cause a randomness effect in the story, which is a pretty nice concept. I mean, if you think about it, usually when you're in a sim or a role play, the GMs just kind of do everything. But we thought, hey, we want some occasional randomness to happen. Why not incorporate dice? So occasionally we'll do a roll in the background to decide whether or not to go with a specific path in the story, which, having a system to do that, makes life a lot easier. And then we also use the Roll20 map system for if there's actually ship-to-ship combat, mech-to-personnel combat, mech-to-mech combat, personnel-to-personnel combat, and so forth, to make things look more real, to make people have a actual visual representation of what's going on. So this game is really kind of, it's forum-based, but it's not, because we're testing out a system to allow for players to have more kind of a direct interaction with the game, not just, oh, it's a bunch of writing. Because, yes, it is a bunch of writing, that's kind of the whole point, but there's other elements. And that chat piece is a major that is the major selling point of how this is different, because we are doing that in addition to running this as a forum game. So obviously, if people want to participate in this, they can post on the forum, as with any game, just like people post on Nova, or people send emails, just simple, just throw your posts up, whatever. Or you can participate in the chats. Those occur on Sundays at 2 p.m. Pacific Time or 1 p.m. Pacific Time, depending upon the availability of our players. Really, this game doesn't get as much recognition as it should, because it is kind of unique. You don't really see, you go on a site and on Roll20 or something, and you see a bunch of D&D games. You don't see a play-by-post role-playing game being managed through a Roll20 that's then connected to a forum that's actually part of a role-playing group. That doesn't happen. So this game's definitely unique in the perspective of that it exists in kind of its own. It's not your typical log into a Nova, get sent emails of people's posts. It's you come on a forum, you post. If you don't feel like doing that, you come to our weekly thing, you write for an hour or two, and you're done. And you don't got to talk to us again for another week. That's also another selling point of this, is that if you don't really want to interact with us, you don't have to. And you come, you write, you're done. Just, it's not. Obviously, we want people around. I mean, that's kind of the whole point of TNU having role plays, because we want to build a community. We want people to understand the story. We want people to become involved. But if you're just here to write once in a blue moon, we're more than happy to have you here just to write once in a blue moon. Anyway, this video kind of morphed into something other than what I wanted it to be, but I think this kind of would give, some random walking in the door, or people from the group that we're a part of, that are just kind of like, what the hell is this thing? Kind of gives you a little more of an idea of what exactly this is. If you have any questions, you can always reach out on our forum. You can always reach out on the TNU Wiki through the TNU website. If you're a member of the group that we're a part of, Bravo Fleet, you can always reach out to me on the Bravo Fleet forums. My username is jheiner, also on the Bravo Fleet Discord. Um, and if you are just kind of wandering about the internet thinking I want to roleplay and you found this, I'm going to post links in the video's description to go to the TNU website as well as the Lavie website and so forth. So, anyway, thanks for watching the video, and with that, have a good one.